Hey, good morning. Welcome back to the Junior Small B channel for the most boring channel and conversations on YouTube. Here we are. We're going to discuss gold again today, real briefly. Just an interesting sell order story that I found online. And we're going to move into also some recent events and opinions on the cryptocurrency world. I know a lot of you hate discussing it, but it just so happens it's part of reality. I mean, we're living in a new age and it's occurring. And I want to keep abreast on what's taking place over there because I do believe some of the money that would otherwise be flowing into more solid and secure multi-millennial assets, as in gold and silver being the oldest assets of their kind, I think a lot of that money is being steered towards the cryptos. And we're going to look at what some interesting news that's taking place that reaffirms my position for being skeptical, leery, and standoffish with cryptocurrencies. So buckle up for that. Let's take a look at this gold story here because it's bizarre. Title of this article is Huge Sell Order Was, quote, Mistake, Sends Gold to 6-Week Low. It comes to us from Reuters. Now, I don't know how you make a huge sell order mistake. When I'm moving money around, even if it's like $5, I usually pay pretty close attention to it. And if I make an order mistake on even a website such as Amazon, I pretty much panic and have to go through the motions to get a refund. Or, those of us that are in control of our funds and take it seriously typically don't make big mistakes. Read the fine print, know what we're doing. I don't know how this occurred. That's why I don't believe it was a mistake. I think things like this can be termed mistake, and then it just throws the hounds off the trail. Let's take a look. Gold tumbled to its lowest price in nearly 6 weeks as a large sell order and a stronger dollar hit sentiment on Monday, though losses were limited by political uncertainty around the world. Spot gold was down 1.01% at $1,243.67 an ounce, having dropped as far as $1,236.46 an ounce, its lowest since May 17. U.S. gold futures slid by 1.1% to $1,242.30. The sale of 18,500 lots of gold, totaling 1.85 million ounces, and 5,000 ounces of silver in 5,500 lots on COMEX in a short space of time was behind falling prices, said Afshin Nabavi, head of trading at MKS in Switzerland. One thing I want to add here when you read this, look at that last paragraph there. I think there's a typo. When it says 5,000 ounces of silver and 5,500 lots on COMEX, COMEX contracts come in the smaller version, which is 1,000-ounce bars, or 1,000-ounce moves of silver, or 5,000-ounce moves. I think they got the term wrong there, because a 5,000-ounce dump in the big scheme of things for silver is nothing. Some of you stackers out there have 5,000 ounces of silver, I believe. I think this was 5,000 COMEX contracts. That's what that means, of 5,000 ounces. So what that would be, if it was 5,500 contracts times 5,000 ounces of silver per contract, well, I believe that would be 27,500,000 ounces of silver in that dump there. So if it was the 1,000-ounce contracts, then we're just looking at 5,500,000. Again, that's in ounces of silver. So let's move on here. Obviously, there was a large dump. Somebody dumped a lot of gold and a lot of silver. Quote, clearly, somebody sold it by mistake and bought it back quickly, triggering stops below $1,250, unquote, said MKS trader Bernard Sin. Quote, fundamentally, there is still a lot of uncertainty in the world with Italian bank bailouts, Trump's policies, and Brexit. The world is in geopolitical chaos and gold is still good insurance, unquote. I don't believe it was a mistake. I think this was a way to dump the prices, get them down, perhaps gobble up some metal from a shell company or another financial institution you have ties to, doing each other a favor and being able to gobble up gold and silver at much lower prices. That's just me sitting over here in my little cave, thinking out loud. Aside from stories like that, I still love my gold. Oh, do I ever. Gold and silver. But let's jump over to the new kids on the block. these less than a decade old things they call cryptocurrencies. Well, I took a look over at the cryptocurrency market capitalizations because I've been hearing some rumors that cryptocurrencies have shedded $20 billion or something just over the weekend. And sure enough, when I checked in on this website here, the cryptocurrency markets were down across the board. Many of them down quite a lot when it came to percentages over the last week or even the last 3 to 5 days. Big sell-off. I mean, these are just all in the red. I mean, you're seeing numbers here over 25%, 27%, 26%, 30% for just the week. And then, you look at the number of cryptocurrencies, there is just a lot of them. That was the staggering thing that really hit me when I looked at this site and I scrolled all the way to the end to, quote, see all, and all the different names and all the different capitalizations and all the different ways these work. I mean, the market is absolutely saturated. 919 cryptocurrencies mentioned on this site alone and tracked. 919. Well, there's only one gold, there's only one silver, and they only have to compete really with gold, silver, platinum, palladium, rhodium. That's it. There's about 5 precious metals that really compete, and gold really is, as we all know, king, emperor of them all. And I believe that with a market like this, with 919 cryptos, there's bound to be some confusion and things taking place. Now look at what's been happening lately at some of the prominent ones and some of the exchanges where they're traded. I want to take a look at the articles coming out about Coinbase and some other information. Now, we already covered an article that points to possible manipulations in the metals market. We know that takes place. But the crypto guys like to pretend that they don't have manipulations and things can't go wrong there. I know some of them have a more sober assessment and approach to these packages, these little vehicles for wealth movement, these cryptocurrencies. Some of them, though, like to deny the reality and they like to pretend that, it's untouchable. One of the things that I notice is if something does go wrong with the crypto bugs tend to immediately make these explanations and excuses regarding why it happened, how it happened, and they become quite defensive and try to paint a picture of that it can't happen to them and it can't happen to them where they hold their money. You'll often read comments where they blame the people that lost money because they didn't have it in the right wallet or the right exchange. And that's the kind of thing that bugs me. Now here is an article titled, "Here's How Traders Lost Millions in the First Ethereum Flash Crash." The price of Ether fell to as low as 10 cents on one exchange, and the wider cryptocurrency community is still in shock. Now, I want you to put yourself in these people's shoes and read some of their tweets or comments regarding their losses. Here's one from a guy named Christopher Garman saying, "What's the best place to get updates? My balance is completely gone." Here we read some replies. "Same here, $30,000. Levi Smez says, "I lost 130K. Travis, 145,000-ish. Afraid to do the math, frowny face." In other troubling news looking at the cryptocurrency world, we see some articles here regarding Coinbase as they appeal a decision in the Cryptsy collapse lawsuit. Coinbase to face trial over possible role in Cryptsy exchange. Coinbase users' funds stolen. That's from June 3rd. Let's zero in on this article, Coinbase appeals decision in Cryptsy collapse lawsuit, June 22nd, 2017 by Stan Higgins. Coinbase is appealing a court decision from earlier this month in a lawsuit filed on behalf of customers of the now defunct cryptocurrency exchange Cryptsy. As CoinDesk previously reported, former customers of Cryptsy have alleged that the exchange and its CEO, Paul Vernon, used Coinbase, which operates a regulated wallet service as well as a digital currency exchange, to launder and steal millions of dollars worth of user funds over a several-year period. Coinbase, those customers argued in a lawsuit filed in December, should have scrutinized the fund movements more closely. The startup countered that those users were bound by agreements signed by Vernon and Cryptsy and sought to resolve the dispute in arbitration. On the 1st of June, U.S. District Judge Kenneth Mara shot down that request, arguing that Cryptsy's customers weren't bound by those terms of services. Court documents show that on the 13th of June, Coinbase asked the U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals for the 11th Circuit to overturn that decision. A representative for the startup declined to comment when reached. In an email, attorney David Silver, who represents the plaintiffs, said that he expects the appellate court to uphold the judge's decision. Quote, "We're confident the 11th Circuit will agree with Judge Mara and Coinbase will be held accountable for the role it played in the theft and laundering of Cripsy clients' assets. Coinbase had a fiduciary duty to know its customers and report suspicious transactions," unquote, he said. Cripsy collapsed in early 2015 following months of growing complaints about fund withdrawals. The site was taken offline amid claims of theft and insolvency, though Vernon has denied that he stole millions of dollars worth of user funds. A class action lawsuit against Cripsy and Vernon was filed within days of the exchange's collapse, though the CEO, who is believed to be in China, has not responded in court to the allegations. This guy's ghost gone, and with their money. Remember, there's 900 and plus cryptocurrencies, and this could happen to any of them. You remember the Mt. Gox situation back several years ago with Bitcoin? I mean, this is the kind of thing that it raises so many red flags. I can't trust it. I'm sorry, I can't buckle up and give these guys my identity. A friend of mine emailed me the very clear instructions on how to sign up for the wallet that he trusts the most, the particular wallet he trusts. They want my name, age, date of birth, a photograph of my driver's license, a photograph of my face with my credit card. They want all of my personal information. I mean, date of birth, credit card, photograph, photo ID, driver's license. You think I'm going to send all of that information to some people I don't know, who are someplace I don't know, and could easily leave the country at any time without my knowing, and give them control over my assets, and have access to my identity, my funds, my credit card? Now, you've got to be smoking something to think I'm going to do that. I mean, I am done. I'm checked out. You guys want to do it? Do it. Have fun with it. Gamble. Go to the casino. Make your millions. But there's something fishy going on here, and it raises a lot of red flags, and you've got to protect yourself. Protect your wealth. If you got $5 to gamble, do it, but don't send them your identification. Protect yourselves, my friends. Protect yourselves. Because I'll tell you right now, someone steals $145,000 from me, I'm getting a passport, I'm flying to another country, I'm going to buy a firearm on the black market, and I'm going to harvest a couple of souls while I'm there, or something. It's going to get real. It's going to get really real, really quick. And, that's just the way it's going to be. I'll do what I need to do, but, you don't do that. You don't mess with a man's income, his life savings, his work, his home. You don't, it's just, if you do, you better be ready, and you better look over your shoulder the rest of your known existence on this planet, because someone's coming for you. Someone's coming for you. All right, thanks for tuning in to that Junius Maltby channel once again. Pleasure to have you here. Pleasure to read your comments, correspond with you, and discuss these matters. Thanks for being here. As always, have a great day.